What's going on, guys? Today I am back with part 2 of the Dark Souls 3 boss ranking. Today we are talking about the top 10 best bosses. Let me get a quick disclaimer out of the way first. I think all of these bosses are incredible, and I could switch their places any day. If I made another list next month, it would be different than today. With that out of the way, let's get into it. At number 10 is Abyss Watcher. Abyss Watchers is an excellent early game boss. They mimic Artorias in their looks, their movesets, and their goals. The Abyss Watchers protect the kingdom of Lothric from the Abyss. In the opening cutscene, we see them fighting each other, and they even do this in the fight. This is because the Abyss Watchers fell to the Abyss themselves. They are fighting to stop themselves from spreading the dark further. Their movesets are really fun to dodge or parry. At the beginning of the fight, there is only one Watcher. Then, another Watcher joins the battle against you. After that, a third Abyss Watcher gets up. You can only beat the first phase by beating the original Abyss Watcher. My strategy is to get as much damage in at the beginning of the fight as possible. Then after the second Watcher spawns, I run away from them until the third spawn. The second and third Watchers will fight each other, leaving me with a 1 Voltone with the original boss. After the first Watcher is dead, the second phase begins. The Watcher takes the power from his friends and imbues his sword with flame. In this phase, the Abyss Watcher's attacks leave a flame behind similar to Gale. He has more moves with more spectacle. He has flips like Artorias. Overall, this is a standout early game boss. In 9th place is Sister Fried. I think Sister Fried is overrated. I don't enjoy her fight as much as other people do. Still, I have to admit it is really good, but number 9 was the highest I could give her. This is a 3-phase fight. I really like the first 2 phases. In the first phase, she is a lady with a scythe. She has quick moves, and she is staggerable. She can go invisible and hit you with a grab attack. In the second phase, Father Ariandel joins the rumble. Sister Fried attacks you from range with Hoarfrost Stomp from Elden Ring. She can even heal herself and Ariandel, who share a health bar in this phase. Fried takes less damage in this phase, so it is better to target Ariandel. Ariandel has a big bowl of soup he hits you with. He has a charge attack where he slams the bowl down on the ground. After their health bar depletes to 0, you are awarded with a Titanite slab, making you believe the fight is over. But then Fried comes back to life, and then she starts spamming the most annoying attacks left and right. Maybe I just need to get good, but I really do not like this phase. I used the Claymore for this playthrough and I struggled a lot. On a different playthrough, I used the Exile Greatsword and I beat her in 2 tries. My Claymore did 500 damage at this point, which is not a huge difference compared to the Exile Greatsword's 600 damage. Maybe I was just able to stun lock her more. Number 8 is Champion Gunder. Champion Gunder is an awesome boss fight. He is an improved version of the tutorial boss. It even takes place in an alternate version of the tutorial area. The difference is that it is in an Age of Dark. The sky is black. Gunder's moveset is an improved version of the tutorial bosses. He is still parryable, and there is no Pus of Man in the second phase. However, he does get a new move in the second phase, the charge attack. The charge attack is very hard to dodge. I still can't do it consistently myself. But that doesn't make the fight any less fun because it is easy to dodge parts of it, so it doesn't do an insane amount of damage. Then you have to frantically heal. This is difficult because the champ will chase you down relentlessly. You can easily beat this boss with parrying, but I didn't do that because it is so much fun to dodge his attacks. He can kick and grab and slam you. He can even juggle you in the air with some attacks. Overall, I think this is an underrated gem. Number 7 is Dragon Slayer Armor. So many people say Dragon Slayer Armor is underrated that it's not even underrated anymore. This is a great fight near the end of the base game. It takes place at Lothric Castle. The armor has a huge hammer and shield. During the second phase, there is a thing in the air that shoots projectiles at you. If you have decent vigor, you can tank them. The armor swings and slams to a surprising amount of damage. If you're low on health from them, the projectiles can be lethal. Positioning is key in this fight because you can fall off the arena or get hit by the projectiles. To sum it up, Dragon Slayer Armor is a great late game boss. At number 6, we have Dark Eater Midir. Now this is truly an epic battle with a huge dragon. This fight really feels like something beyond our ability at first, but that just makes it all the more awesome when you beat it. The arena is so cool. It is a huge blue cave. Also, the way you even get to the arena is cool. This is a hidden boss. You have to go into a door midway through an elevator ride, then go down a ladder to find a room with a hole in the wall. Drop down the hole to find yourself in a huge, beautiful cavern in front of the dragon you thought you killed earlier in the level. Then the music kicks in. It is so good. The dragon has fire breath and swipes, normal dragon stuff. Then in phase 2, he gains dark spells. The fight ends with you landing a visceral hit on his face. Once Midir is defeated, you unlock the Spears of the Church Covenant. This allows you to play as the half-life boss. Midir's soul also gives you one of the coolest weapons in the game, the Frayed Blade. The Dark Eater also has interesting lore. He was called the Dark Eater because he fought against the dark, but then he fell to the dark himself. This boss is one of my favorites. From one dragon boss to another. Breaking into the top 5, we have the Nameless King. The Nameless King is Gwyn's son who sided with the dragons instead of the gods. His name was removed from history because of this. When we fight him, he is riding on a wyvern. In the first phase, you have to kill the wyvern. Then the real fight can begin. The fight with the king is so awesome. The battle takes place in the sky. The Nameless King has delayed swings and swipes that are rewarding to learn the timings to. This is an optional boss in a very hidden area. The first phase of the fight is not very good. The dragon is annoying to deal with. It's a good thing it doesn't have very much health. Otherwise, this fight would be much lower on the list if it was a complete chore to get to the good part. Moving on from dragons to demons. Number 4 is Demon in Pain and Demon from Below. This is a gank boss done right. One demon is aggressive while the other stays back and shoots poison. Sometimes both demons will be aggressive at once. It usually doesn't last for long though. When both demons die, one comes back to life as the Demon Prince. The Demon Prince has different moves based on which demon you killed last. This is such a cool idea. The arena you fight the demons in is also cool. It is the remains of the Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 1. People sleep on this boss because it is overshadowed by the other bangers in the Ring City DLC, but I think it deserved more praise. At number 3 is Twin Princes. The Twin Princes is an epic battle at the top of Lothric Castle. In Phase 1, you fight Lorien, the crippled prince. He can barely get off of his knees, but still he poses a great threat. Once he dies, Prince Lothric revives him and gets on his back. In this phase, you can kill Lorien over and over again as many times as you want. But the fight doesn't end until Lothric dies. Because Lothric is on Lorien's back, you have to position yourself to be able to hit Lothric. If you kill Lorien before Lothric is dead, Lothric will revive Lorien, leaving himself open for a bunch of hits. This fight is so fun. There isn't much more to say than Lorien's sword swings are really fun to dodge. The music is also good. In second place is Soul of Cinder. The Soul of Cinder is such an epic fight at the kiln of the first flame. You can see buildings collapsed on top of each other in the background, as a result of postponing the Age of Dark so many times. The Soul of Cinder itself is all of the undead who tried to link the flame in the past put together. That means that our characters from the first 2 Dark Souls games are a part of it. It has 4 different types of builds it can use. A sword build, a spear build, a pyromancy build with a curved sword and ninja flips, and a mage build. All 4 have unique moves. My favorites are the sword and spear builds. The pyromancer's curved sword attacks to fast to dodge, and the mage is kind of annoying. But once his health bar depletes, the music stops, and then he comes back to life. And then you hear the 3 notes. He turns into Gwyn. He has a modified version of his moveset. It is an epic battle. There's nothing more to say.
for my latest painting.
In first place, to nobody's surprise, the best boss in Dark Souls, and the best boss in the Souls series is Slave Knight Gale. Gale is just an awesome fight all around. His moves are cool to dodge and cool to look at. The arena is epic. It's the end of time. Buildings are collapsing on themselves in the background. You and Gale are the only people left in the world. The music is so good, and the lore is even better. It is so rewarding to memorize his moves. They are different in all three phases. The first is the easiest and most basic. Then his swings leave stuff in the air like Abyss Watcher. At the end, he can shoot arrows out of his crossbow like a machine gun in the air at you. All around, his moveset is so perfect. This was a perfect way to end the Souls trilogy. That's about it for the boss ranking. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with my picks. Tell me what you would have changed. Thanks for watching.